let me put it straight, the day El-Rufia decides and is able to galvanize the opinion molders in the north to zero down on a P2B, for instance, as the candidate, that will be the end of the Tinubu administration.
All right. On this planned coalition, and we have heard the response from the PDP Governors Forum about this coalition. They don't want it. They say, look, come and join us. We are not joining you to win. Come and join the PDP.
That's because the PDP governors, their preferred candidate for the next election is President Bola Tinubu of the APC. Because of Southern solidarity. The bulk of the governors in the PDP are from the South. One of their own is in power. They can't work against one of their own. It's not possible. In 2003, AD didn't feel the presidential candidate because of Obasanjo. That is the nature of Nigerian politics. When Adu also became president in 2007, a number of AMPP governors then moved into the PDP. So married the daughters. Two governors actually married his daughters to have a good footing in the PDP. It has always been like that. Now, talking about the coalition, it is still too early to predict what the outcome of that coalition will be. But I can give them some tips.
Okay.
You see, El-Rufia has a grouse against the president, a legitimate grouse, because he worked for the president. Hate him or love him, he has a basis to be angry. And he has been working assiduously to undermine the president, particularly in the Muslim north, where he's like the Khalifa to Buhari. He's like the brain box of the Muslim north. But let me give him a tip. If he really wants to see the back of the president, let me tell you for what he would do. And I think they may be on the path to really achieving that. Let El-Rufia convince the Muslim north. If he's able to do that, I know he can, he has the capacity, to look towards the south for a candidate to support. Specifically the southeast. Let me put it straight, the day El-Rufia decides and is able to galvanize the opinion molders in the north to zero down on a P2B, for instance, as the candidate.
Okay, everyone, what are your thoughts on this analysis? Personally, I feel this man has a point. You know, should the ticket be given to P2B in the coming election, I feel P2B will have a higher chance at winning and defeating this All-Progressive Congress. If only President Bola Ahmed Tinubu would just sit down and think of Nigerians for once. If only Tinubu would think of Nigerians for once. All efforts that Tinubu has been putting in is towards 2027, hashtag 2027 agenda, hashtag grabbing Nigeria ahead of 2027. All these efforts that Tinubu is putting into capturing governors, capturing opposition governors, capturing states, if Tinubu could put at least 50% of these efforts into Nigerians, Tinubu would not worry about a re-election. Tinubu wouldn't worry about a re-election because he knows that Nigerians are with him, that Nigerians will stand by him no matter what. But no, instead of the presidency to focus and put their energy to Nigerians, they rather go around politicking, trying to get the opposition into their pockets, trying to get the judiciary into their pockets, trying to get everything possible, anything they can get into their pockets. And at the end of the day, some Nigerians will never learn. They will never learn. At the end of the day, come election, they will take 5,000 naira or 10,000 naira just to sell their votes. Because everybody will say, well, it doesn't really matter. Even if I vote, even if I don't vote, my vote doesn't count. There is a need for voter sensitization. There is a need to sensitize Nigerians. There is a need to speak to the people, to liberate Nigerians from the shackles of these criminals called politicians, called our leaders in this country. It is so sad that the whole topic of the day is geared towards 2027. Anyway, we don't have to blame our leaders 100% because we as the people, we also have a role to play in this. And P2B has really done a lot for Nigeria. Some persons are even saying Obi should rest for 1 second. Obi is always carrying Nigeria's problem on his head, more than the president himself. But the president does not give a hoot about Nigerians. He is more concerned on how he will grab states for himself And then how INEC can rig the next election because he knows it is his turn. Someone that said them Milokon, you will know that this person did not come to play. Someone that said them Milokon, it is my turn. Just know that this person has an agenda. And a terrible one at that. Tinubu came with no policies. He came without any blueprint. He had no plan for Nigerians. He promised electricity, but look at how much they are spending at the presidential villa to install solar panels. The sum of 10 billion naira. Look at how much they are spending on solar panels. This is coming from someone that once promised electricity to all Nigerians. That if he doesn't provide the electricity, we should vote him out. And then tomorrow, someone will still go and cast their vote and say, well, because he's my tribesman, because he's from my side, because he's my kingsman. That's how Nigerians are so tribalistic. They don't see. They don't go with leaders that has vision, with visionary leaders. And Obi is one of those leaders that we can call a visionary leader. Obi has seen the future for Nigerians. Obi has seen the brighter future for Nigerians. If only they will give him a chance. If only they will give him a chance. So from this analysis so far, I feel this man is actually making sense. Some persons may say Obi does not have the political structure since the Labour Party is now crumbling. What political party is Obi going to run? Mind you, Obi has a force behind him. Obi has a movement behind him. Obi has the obedient movement, and Obi also has Nigerians. Obi is not about any political party. I can tell you today, no matter what political party Obi runs in, should Obi leave the Labour Party tomorrow, Nigerians will still vote Obi. Should Obi leave the Labour Party tomorrow, Nigerians will vote him in. They are not voting him because of the party. They are voting because of him. They are voting Obi himself and not the party attached to his name. So let's see how this coalition will play out. Hopefully something tangible might come out of it. We know Atiku is involved. El-Rufia is involved. Obi, well, we don't really know how far, but Obi seems to be somehow slightly involved in this coalition. But nobody knows who will be leading this coalition. But until 2027, we will find out more. So let's stay tuned. So guys, I'm dropping here. Kindly share your thoughts on this in the comments section. Thank you.